What's up, guys? This is Derek. Today we got a 2010 Dodge Caravan. The issue that the customer is having is no headlights. The low beams are inoperative. So I went ahead and pulled a wiring diagram for the headlight circuit, and this is what you see here in front of you. As you can see here on the lower left of the diagram is your headlight switch. The way it works is that the headlight switch will send a signal over to the instrument cluster. And then the instrument cluster will then send a signal over the CAN bus system, the bus communication network, up to the totally integrated power module, or basically the glorified fuse box. You can see it right here. And when this integrated power module gets a signal from the instrument cluster, then it will go ahead and power up the left and right headlights. The question becomes, how do we diagnose this problem? You know, which component here is at fault, and how do we go about fixing this as quickly and as efficiently as possible? I will say this right off the bat, guys, this guy goes bad all the time. This is a very common problem on Dodge, Jeep, and Chrysler vehicles. This fuse box just has tons of problems and causes a lot of electrical issues. So this very well could be the issue, but one wants to know how to diagnose this problem. There's a couple ways you could do it. You could start at the headlamp switch, or you could start at the instrument cluster. I believe you probably could take a voltmeter and actually check the signal coming right out of the headlight switch. But here's the thing, I don't know the exact numbers. What you probably could do is, if you didn't know the numbers, you could just tap into one of these two wires here. I think this one's the signal wire, and take a reading from the switch as you turn the headlights on and off. I would think you would see a voltage difference right here. Or if you have access to a scan tool, what you're going to do is when you plug it into the data link connector under the dash, and you're going to read live data under the instrument cluster. So you're going to pull up the instrument cluster, and you're going to go ahead and view the inputs to the instrument cluster. And you should see that the headlight switch is sending a signal to the instrument cluster to turn on the headlights. And if so, if it says yes, or it'll give you a reading, then you know the headlamp switch is good. And then from there, like we talked about, the instrument cluster will then send a signal over to the integrated power module. And then from there, it'll go ahead and power up the headlights. And I believe you can do the same with the integrated power distribution module. If you have a compatible scan tool, you can plug in, communicate with this totally integrated power module, and read the live data and see if it's getting a signal here from the instrument cluster. If it is, if the signal from here to here is good, but it's not powering up your headlights, the totally integrated power module is bad and may need to be replaced. In some cases, you can, these capacitors in here lock up, and what you can do is you can disconnect the battery cables from the battery, rub the cables together for 5 minutes, and then reconnect them back up to the battery to see if that does the trick. A lot of times that will reboot not only this module, but the rest of the modules on board the vehicle, and it might start working again. However, if it doesn't, you may need to get this integrated power module replaced to get this issue resolved, or possibly replace the headlamp switch, depending on what's wrong. So anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys a brief overview of the headlight circuit, how it works, and to possibly how to diagnose it if you can get your hands on a scan tool. So there you have it, guys. Follow me for more tips and tricks. Thank you.